No, if you want to walk your dog, hopefully you guys can have somebody walk your dog a little earlier this morning, or if you're watching, do it now because it's just going to get even hotter. Look at this. We're talking some really hot temperatures, especially dangerously hot as you get away from the coast. If you live near the coast, then hey, you have really not much to complain about, but don't forget that palm test. Put your hand on the ground. If it's too hot for your palm, it's too hot for your dog's paws because it only takes a few minutes for those little paws to burn. So we are talking about some really hot temperatures as our next weather forecast shows. Excessive heat warnings start today, lasting until Friday night. So everything away from the coast, we're looking at hot pink. Not only are we dealing with these hot afternoons, but we also have these really warm overnight lows. So our next weather forecast, what we're watching for is this prolonged heat just continues, and it just gets hotter and hotter as we head into the rest of the week. In fact, peak heat tomorrow and Friday. And then the good news is that we finally get some relief starting Saturday as temperatures begin to trend downward, but we're still going to see these temperatures sitting well above average. So we really don't get too much relief until next week. So this is going to continue on into the early part of next week. We're looking at these really warm overnights. We're already starting to see it this morning with temperatures starting off in the low 70s for areas like the Inland Empire. Here's a look at our next weather current conditions. We have upper 60s for Pasadena. We have some upper 60s for downtown LA, Fullerton and Santa Ana. And then we also have 72 for the Burbank area. Our next weather hour by hour forecast shows that even though it feels nice and cool now, by the time we head into the 8 a.m. hour, we're already going to start to see those 70s. And then just before lunch, we get into the mid 80s for downtown LA. And then the second half of the day, this is where we start to see some 90s. For the Riverside area, our next weather hour by hour forecast, 80s by 9 a.m. By noon, we're looking at 98, and then we finally get into the triple-digit territory after the lunch hour. So again, it gets hotter this afternoon. With our next weather futurecast, as high pressure continues to be part of our weather story, bringing us the extreme heat for Thursday and Friday. By Saturday, with that cool down slowly beginning, monsoonal moisture, meaning humidity, starts to slowly push back into our region. So even though it looks like temperatures are cooling down, it may feel hotter in some spots just because of that humidity. Our next weather 7-day for LA and Orange County, 94 today. We get closer to triple digits for Thursday and Friday. Again, Saturday's when that cool down slowly begins. You'll start to see temperatures dropping to the mid 90s. We stay in the mid to upper 90s for the weekend. And then it's not until next week we slowly start to see those low 90s, but still well above average during this time. Our next weather 7-day for the valleys, 110 today, and then 113 as we head into Thursday and Friday. But you can see for the weekend, it feels just a little bit better. At least those numbers are going down, so that helps with any of that relief that we've been waiting for. Coming up, I'll have your next weather forecast as we go a little bit deeper into that heat advisory for the beaches. Back to you.